Okay. Hi everyone. Okay, my name's Ava. Welcome to my channel. Honestly, if you're here, you probably already know who I am. But this is going to be my YouTube channel. Okay, and why did I make this? Honestly, I think I just want to have a bunch of hobbies in my lifetime. That's also what I want to share on here. Like I want to make a running playlist, a painting playlist, a yoga playlist, a Lego building playlist. And by playlist, I mean like a multitude of videos. And honestly, most of the videos, I don't want them to be long. I don't know if I'll be a vlogger, like a big editor person. Okay, also, if I like stop talking for a second, bear with me. I'm very nervous for whatever reason. But that's why I'm doing this. And that's why you're here with me. For our first episode, or whatever you want to call this, I will be doing a show and tell. Also, if I'm speaking quietly, it's because it's like 12 in the morning and I'm not working on everybody else. Okay, so these are my most recent paintings. Actually, I didn't paint this, but I thought I'd share. Boom! Zion drew this for me. Well, she didn't draw this. She painted and drew this for me. When me, her, Caitlin, and Ellie were hanging out. I still kept it. I love it. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Okay. Also, when I'm talking about my art, I am not a trained artist at all. Like, I'm not even one of those people that was like doodling back in the day in elementary. Like, I couldn't even draw an eye. Like, you know those really talented girls that used to draw an eye? I was not one of those. Okay, like I was one of those weirdos on the monkey bars. So it is like I do like expressing myself in this way, but it's not like I'm like Van Gogh type feel, you know? I copied this off of Pinterest. I did sketch it. Oh, I did sketch it. So yeah, this is actually one of my first paintings I ever put on canvas. In recent years. Okay. The next one, I didn't really like this one. I will be honest with you. She's really abstract. It was giving if Patrick Star went goth. And I wasn't feeling that, but I loved where I was going with the colors, okay? I love where the colors went, like the deep red. This one is the first one I posted, so she means a lot to me. These are my little fruity girls. They're in a band. Honestly, a little fun fact. I copied this picture off of Pinterest with this really cool artist. I did not come up with this. Like, genuinely, this amazing artist, I wish I knew her name. She made this flower and she put like a face in it. And so honestly, it would have been like petal, face. But I messed up the petals. So it turned into fruit. And I'm really proud of this. Okay. I loved this one. I don't think you understand how much this meant to me. We're getting a little sentimental here. How would I explain this? It's not like the most intense emotions in the world, but like, you know, when you're like kind of adjusting to new points in life and you feel like you're not like fitting in, or you're not adjusting as well as other people, kind of like there's always eyes on you. And that's what this painting was about, and it helped me cope a lot with that. So that was when I first started working. But I promise you, I love my job. Everyone's really nice there. This is an attempt. Oh, see, look, you don't gotta worry about that. It was just a sunset. There's not much to that one. Okay. This painting, honestly, most of these you probably have seen. But I promise you, eventually, I'm gonna just like hit you with them. Like, boom. And yeah, okay. This is my flower one. When I painted her, I was thinking of Puerto Rico, if that makes any sense. Like a really a tropical destination, if you will. Maybe Bahamas is more accurate. I don't know. But just like a really free bird in the summer. That's what I was thinking of. Hey guys. This mamacita right here. This is my baby right here. This is my baby girl. She came to me. This is actually okay. I will say, this is one of the most original thoughts I've had so far. At first I thought I was just gonna draw like a woman with an afro. Like, okay, when I was looking at this, I need to get better explaining. I actually am having so much fun right now. I'm having so much fun. Okay. When I was painting this, I initially knew what I wanted. I knew the colors I wanted because I've been using like a lot of blue and greens. I was like, let's switch it up. Okay. And I knew that I wanted a woman with an afro and a nice little gold jewelry. Yeah, huh? We will get into jewelry too. I hope you know that. don't worry. Don't worry. Okay. Okay. Anyways. Yeah. And when I drew her, okay, she's coming out amazingly, and I loved how pretty the eyelash came out because she just looked so in her feminine era. And I just honestly, I do think our own perceptions of beauty stem from us, and this is like the most beautiful woman I've ever seen or created, in my opinion. Yeah, I hope to be like her. And what was I gonna say? The part that was an accident. Also, to get into that, most of my paintings are accidents. The bird, I'm 99% sure this is supposed to be a garden. Like, I think that I remember I was like, oh, I'm gonna make like this garden with flowers. That's why that's why it's all green. Okay. All of my paintings are accidents. Her face was intentional, but her looking up at like the rain was not. I started making her like a little bit more bulky right here because I'm not really good at bodies. Like I said, I don't really draw. And so when I did that and she was like kind of already looking up, I was like, oh, rain. Okay. I'll keep it pushing. I pinky promise. I don't want it to keep it long. Thank you for listening so far. Okay, and this is one of like the original Patrick Star ones. I don't know why he's still up in the front. Like the one that I, like in the beginning where I was like kind of tracing it and just to put paint on like canvas. It was really nice. I don't know if I would ever do anything with it. I don't think I would ever throw any of my paintings away. Like I've kept a lot of things. And my little guy, this one was really easy. This took me like 15 minutes. I love this one. And this is my most recent one with Matters. Okay. I also have I guess you could say more secretive ones. That I painted sophomore year. Sophomore year was like the peak of life for me, okay? I was in my bag with school, okay? I honestly, the hardest I've ever studied for school. So I'm so sorry. Is that gross? Excuse me. I forget you guys are like actually watching. The hardest I ever studied for school was sophomore year, and I need to like get back on the grind. And by hardest I ever studied, I mean like consistently going out of my way to like watch YouTube videos, like going like above and beyond, you know, because I'll get into that right now. Actually, I'll get right into that because I'm gonna go over jewelry, and I think I was gonna go over a section I want to make it about playlists. Okay, this is the book I want to read over the summer. I really want to keep that promise to myself and finish it. I bought it at like a little fair at school, and me and my friend Valentina, hi Val, okay, if you're watching this, we were going to like the book section, and I literally grew so attached to this thing. Genuinely, like I would not put this thing down, and she's like, girl, you gotta buy it. And I was like, you know what, you're so right. I get very attached to things very easily. Like it could be the most mundane thing, like this. That's this. Why is this so important? I want to make a playlist about the books I read because I don't think I read enough. And I think as a creative person that I aspire to be, and as a I want someone I want to be a woman with introspective thoughts and with abstract ideas and perspectives, and I think that comes from reading. We'll see if I get there, but I think that's a really big privilege to have. I also really want to push for every essay I write in college. Like it has to be something like if I was gonna publish it to like New York Times or something, because what an amazing honor to like write about the most amazing ideas. One of my most favorite ideas I wrote in school which was my last semester, spring semester, was how you can view hold on, let me get this. I started getting nervous because when I am passionate about things, I get nervous about them, unfortunately. Okay, hold on. Because I don't want to stop it. It's at like 10 minutes. Okay, we might just have to stay here for a second. Basically, I was talking about United States in general, okay? And I was talking about how you can view capitalism and how the United States pushes nationalism. I was focusing on nationalism, how the United States pushes national capitalism through the idea of ethnocentrism without people like kind of knowing it. And what is ethnocentrism? Let me tell you guys. It is the idea that one culture is better than another. So basically, I made this beautiful presentation. I'm calling it beautiful because it was beautiful. Thank you very much. Best thing ever came out with my entire life, okay? I literally showed it to class with like a suit. Like I was so ready. I was so ready to like boom, boom. Elle Woods. I was ready to Elle Woods that, okay? Back to what it's about, okay? I made this presentation about how you can view these the United States amazing idea that we're the best in the world as like a way to fuel our drive as a nation and bring people together, which actually doesn't benefit us because it exploits and I would say more or less dehumanizes the minority groups we have in our country. Okay, and I wrote about that, and I wrote about that through the concept of food. And so we were viewing all of this through the concept of eating bugs and why people would judge another person. And honestly, I tied it together really well. Like, I tied it together really well. And ever since that moment, I really, really want to try to bring in like my absolute best. Because when I was, being honest with you, when I was there and I was like giving the presentation, I was like, wow, no one else really was like thinking had such fun ideas. I thought it was a really fun idea and I really liked it. And I think I've written like a couple other things I was actually really proud of. And me even saying the words like, oh, I was actually, let me tell you, I'm going to work on that. I promise you. Also, if this turns into like a semi-therapy session of like me trying to say I'm working on things, it's only because I am slightly very self-conscious, but it's everyone, you know? This is a safe space. This is a safe space. Okay. Also, I am at 13 minutes, so we'll see how long this is. If it's like 15, I think I might cut it.